Why is Easter on a different date every year? Unlike Christmas, which is celebrated on December 25th, Easter does not have a fixed date. Its date changes each year because it is tied to the cycles of the moon and the spring equinox. The basic rule in the Western Catholic Church is that Easter is celebrated on the first Sunday after the first full moon, on or after the spring equinox. The Church traditionally treats the spring equinox as March 21 for this calculation. So that means that Easter can fall anywhere from March 22 through April 25, and that's more than a month apart. Why does Easter follow the moon? The reason goes back to the Jewish Passover, which is based on the lunar calendar. The Gospels connect Jesus' passion, death, and resurrection with the time of Passover. The early Christians, therefore, wanted Easter to remain connected to this biblical timing. In AD 325, the Council of Nicaea addressed the question of when Christians should celebrate Easter. The goal was to establish a common date throughout the church, rather than having different Christian communities celebrate on different days. The calculation that developed was based on the spring equinox and the paschal full moon. When you hear that Easter is determined by the full moon, it can be misleading. The Church uses a calculated ecclesiastical full moon based on traditional tables, rather than simply looking at the astronomical full moon in the sky. That's why occasionally the Church's calculated date can differ from the actual astronomical full moon. So the reason why Easter can be so early or so late is because the date depends on both the equinox and the lunar cycle. So the earliest possible Easter is March 22, and the latest possible Easter is April 25. The changing date actually reminds us that Easter is not primarily about a particular calendar date. It celebrates a historical event, the resurrection of Jesus Christ, whose timing was connected to Passover. And this is why the dates of several other major Christian celebrations also move each year: Easter, Ascension, Pentecost, Corpus Christi, and other feasts. So that's why Easter is a movable date and moves around the calendar, while Christmas is immovable and stays on December 25th.